Where do you want me to look?
Wherever you want to. You can look. Yeah, that way is good.
I'm gonna look at you guys. I like the
Go look up
figures.
this whole time.
All right. I just wanted to start by saying it's really an honor for me to do this interview because I have 2 kids who are 6 and 9.
Oh, thanks.
And some of the first stuff they ever read was Tiny Titans, Superman Family Adventures,
thanks.
stuff
Oh,
they
that's
grew up
awesome.
on, and it was like storybooks. Before they could read, I was reading it to them and
Cool. That's
doing
cool.
voices. So
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, in the last couple of years, there have been a lot of research done. People are coming out and saying it doesn't matter what kids read as long as they read.
Right, I agree.
It's a book, it's a comic, it's a cereal box, it doesn't matter. How does that make you guys feel knowing that you're going out there and talking directly to the kids who can read these and it's some of the first things they read?
I feel like that's why we do comics. That's our job, is to make comics for the 6-year-olds, for the kids who are starting to read. Because I know with my own kids, they're not interested in what they're like, Star Wars again, you know? So I don't show them that. I show them the new stuff. They want to read anything that's for them. So I think it's our job that we have to do that. That's a draw for kids. We draw the way we make comics the way we make comics, and it just happens to be appealing to 6-year-olds, but also their parents read it too.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been guilty of reading it sometimes before I let them
All
take
age
it.
comics really means all age comics when it comes to us. So we don't really make kids comics. We make comics that kids can read. So that's what we do. It's like Sunday paper. You read what Dagwood's doing, but you read it as a kid and a parent. And then you read Sparky. What was that? Family Circus. Sparky, the Peanuts guy. Yeah, he did it. You just read stuff. So that's what we do. It's a true story.
It's true.
All right. Now I have to ask an important question then to go on
Get
top
all
of that.
serious.
Yeah. Well, who's dumber, Bizarro or Solomon Grundy?
Yeah. Depends on what day of the week it is.
You know what? I don't want to answer that because we could pitch that in a 6-issue mini. mini comic. Bizarro versus Grundy, 6-issue mini
I
series.
would go so far as just to say it depends on what day of the week it is.
The guy with his 4 fingers.
Is he born on a Monday?
If they fight on Sunday night, though,
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Grundy's got to go back to sleep. Don't
Yeah.
he get tired?
I don't know. What happens if it's Wednesday? Well, they just get new comics, but
Did they just have Burger King? Did they go, oh, I think that they don't want to promote, you know? Or did they just have salads? I don't know. Depends what they eat. Pasta's heavy.
So how did the Return to the Treehouse?
Yeah.
How did that come about? Did you just keep hammering them and just keep pitching and pitching and pitching, or did they come to you crawling on their knees saying, "We need you back doing
Dan
Tiny
asked us.
Titans"?
Dan
Dan
did
did call us up.
Yeah, he's our buddy. He's our pal.
And he said,
I got his phone number too. But he,
no, I think it was at some sort of event that I went to that you weren't there. And
yeah, he told you stuff, and then you
and
called
he-
me right
and
after you left that place.
And then he brought it up and said, "This is what I'm thinking." I'm like, "Wow, really? Okay, yeah, we're good for that. We miss Tiny Titans. We'd be doing that.
Yeah,
we
and-
never wanted to stop."
And from what I hear, the trades, we own a shop, beautiful downtown Skokie, Illinois. Oh yeah, comics.
.com.
And now that we kind of know what's selling and what we can order, and we found out that the new Tiny Titans trades are available for order. And it was weird how once they got an order, we got the phone call to make more books. So hopefully that is the reason why things are selling. People want books. So yeah, we were like finally, yeah, let's do more books. So people dig them.
How does the collaboration process usually work? Who comes up with the ideas first, and then who makes them better?
It goes like this.
People ask us that all the time, and
Yeah.
they'll say, "Well, who wrote that line?"
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
Yeah,
came
we're
up in
on-
conversation. And
Yeah, we're on Skype every night, all day long. We take break to go have dinner with our families, and then we just talk all day. And we may not be writing the whole time, but we're just talking, saying stuff to each other and what we did that day. But we'll come up with an idea. Hey, you know what? The Beast Boy could do this. We're like, quick, write it down. So he'll write all the stories and email them to me, typed up, and then I'll make thumbnail drawings out of all of those. And then that's how
and then
stuff
I'll send
goes.
pencils, and I'll say, "Oh, it'd be funnier if he says this or that."
Yeah,
or,
we go
you
back
know,
and
we
forth.
Go back and forth.
So
It's awesome.
is this is the new 52 Tiny Titans? Has anything changed?
go, yeah.
Any major changes?
We're kind of like 51 and a half. We're not really quite 52, but they can see it's coming. It's kind of like when you're in 8th grade and you know high school's up next year. But they're still little. They're a little bit, I guess a little bit, maybe 6 months older. They're a little older because they got new costumes. Because I wanted it to make it look different than I didn't want it to look like issue 51, where the kids would be confused. Because kids, and I also I wanted number one to not look like the original number one. So Robin has a new suit, Beast Boy has a new suit, Cyborg has like a collar, Supergirl and Superboy have the suits they had on from Superman Family Adventures, and there's little tweaks to a lot of guys.
And there's a new subtitle, so it's Return to the Treehouse.
Yeah, Return to the Treehouse.
So
and we show the superheroes' heads now. Because now we can't go back. Once we showed Superman and all the villains in Superman Family, we have to, we can't go back. You can't digress, you know?
But they were older in that book.
Yeah, they were.
So then,
See,
how do you bring them back?
See, that was before the relaunch.
So do I get a Baldy or a no prize or something on that one?
Yeah,
we'll give you a no
They
prize.
they were older because we thought we were gonna make them older. We're like, nah, if this is gonna come out in a trade form, I don't want it to look weird. Because right now, when the kids buy trade paperbacks off us, they just pick up any one and read it. And if they read one now, they're preteens. So we thought about that, and we're like, no, we'll shrink them back down. We'll change their suits.
So with this one being set at a particular number of issues, do you have an overall story in mind?
Yeah.
And so is that, do you think differently in terms of the trade? So if someone just picks up an issue 3, can they still just read issue 3, or do they have to read the whole thing to get it?
They could. Yeah, all the stories in Tiny Titans were designed to be one and done for the most part. But if you've read the Tiny Titans series, you know that there's very loose continuity throughout. I think with the subtitle being Return to the Treehouse, you know that's kind of like what the sub-story is. So they're going to be, it's not giving anything away, but their treehouse disappears on the first page.
Yeah.
And it's not going to show up again, if at all, until the 6th issue. So
it returns because it's called Return to Treehouse.
So is this their version of a Crisis?
Oh yeah, infinitely.
Yeah,
are there infinite tree houses out there that they need to track down?
They're
and find?
lost. Yeah, they don't know what to do. They search the whole world for our tree house, and you see what happens. And imagine all the places you can go in the DC universe. You could go to Rock of Eternity with see Wizard Shazam, ask him to take you home.
Atlantis.
You go to Atlantis. You can go to Justice League Satellite. I don't know if it exists.
Yeah, no, they go there.
Yeah, they go there. And then they go to the Batcave. So they see all the different places.
Are you going to do any Forever Evil jokes or
Probably.
5 years later jokes or any of that stuff?
Do you really have to ask?
We have Finals Crisis in there.
Well, do they say, hey, you can't do that? That's a spoiler for something coming out in 6 months or anything?
No, we don't know any of that stuff. We read it when you do. They know better to tell us everything. So we probably make our own thing. We'll change all the characters, put it in all comics. Dude, they're using kryptonite. Wow, let's take that. Yeah. Darkseid, let's make it, guys. We'll make him the light corner. That's what his name will be. Darkseid.
Is Darkseid still the lunch lady?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
He hasn't been promoted?
No.
Is he ever going to get promoted?
You don't have to. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a side job.
I think he's content with the job. This gives him something to do to pay his bills. Because if you notice in Superman number 12, spoiler, he has to go back to his job. You read that one? Yeah, he had to leave. So that was our connection to Tiny Titans. But yeah, he'll be in there.
Okay.
They're all coming, all of them. Who do you want to see in there? I'll put him in there.
Oh, I see Deathstroke back in there.
Oh, he'll be. Oh yeah, he's the principal.
Okay, good.
We got to take him to the school. They're not in the school in the first 3 issues. Maybe 4 and 5, 6. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll just say we'll put him in issue 7. I mean, you thought 6. Now we're gonna make it an 8-issue series. No, it's 6.
Okay. I want to ask. You've got a very original art style.
Oh, thank you.
How do you go about the process of drawing?
I don't know. I just draw little thumbnails of stories, and I put numbers on the panel so it flows real good. So if I need to tell a story, I use enough panels to tell it, and in the thumbnails I draw a page and number it, and so when I draw from the sketchbook, and I use the computer, the Cintiq Manga Studios, and I draw in there. So I draw right into the computer, and it's faster. I don't have to scan stuff anymore, or I don't have to erase and stuff. So I just draw, and it comes out of me that way. I don't really. The style is just how I make it. I don't try to make it look like that. Just when they say draw a flower, that's what it looks like. So I'm a cartoonist, born and bred in blood, and I think in Krypton, if was in one of those pods with the babies, this one's going to be a cartoonist. He's not going to make it till he's around 40. Just let him struggle for a while. But we'll set him all free. But you'll have good parents, Kal-El. That kind of thing. Did I answer the question?
I don't know. All right, one last question. With this being the Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo, what's the right way to eat a hot dog?
I don't know. I'm from New York.
Chicago. You need
Yeah, but you're in Chicago.
I just defer to him. He's Chicago-based.
mustard, relish,
I did it wrong.
onions if you want. I do know onions. This is the wife, and tomatoes, celery, salt's the key ingredient. That's what a lot of people forget to put on there. And you always put a cucumber and a pickle too if you want. A cucumber with the relish. Yeah, it's Chicago style.
I'll stick with New York hot dogs.
Yeah, I can't do it. I try. It hurts. But I eat them though.
All right.
They're
Well,
all right, but you got to be in the mood.
before we start a major rift between you guys, I just want to thank you for your time. And,
Right on,
thanks for being
thank you,
with us.
sir.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, comics.com.